To most Buffalo, we are just 5 days away from the end of Hispanic Heritage Month. It is a time to honor and recognize the contributions and achievements the Hispanic and Latino communities have made. Most Buffalo's Claudine Ewing and Pete Gallivan spoke with the president of the WNY Hispanic Heritage Council about their impact here in our area.
And we begin this month with an update on the Hispanic Heritage Cultural Institute here on Niagara Street.
And joining us is the man with the plan, Kaz Rodriguez. Hello.
Thank you very much for being in our community. You never left it, but for this special occasion, we really appreciate that.
We were here about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Give us an update. Where do we stand today? I mean, construction's underway and looks like the foundation is laid.
The foundation is completed, and first and foremost, I got to thank, all our funding agencies, government, private, public, business, corporations, everyone that's really helped, this project to this point, but as everyone knows and the community has been asking, the foundation is complete. We're ready to go to our next phase, which is the core and the shell of the project. We have already gone through the process of pre-bidding. Okay, and we're very anxious to see those numbers when they come back so that we can continue our fundraising and complete this project that the community wants and are inspired to see.
How much money do you need?
Well, we need $8 million.
And how much do you have?
$18.5 million.
And so you're hoping those funders will come forward and pour into something that is needed and necessary.
Absolutely. This is a community project, and it's something that the community needs. I was born and raised in Western New York. I grew up in this neighborhood, and I know what this community needs as it relates to arts and culture. And this institute, the entire placeholders within the institute are all elements that the community needs. We're going to have a museum to be able to exhibit and preserve our history. An art gallery where we'll be able to, exhibit many of the arts from our local artists and national artists. We're going to have a theater where we'll be able to have performances, lectures, conferences, anything that's educational. The second floor will be learning labs for the children, a media center, which, we're appealing to WGRZ to be a partner, a media center for radio and TV production. We want that to be an incubator for our high school students so that they can come in and get a taste and a feel for what it is to be in the field of journalism, get behind a camera, get behind a microphone, do their own program and what have you. And on the third floor, an activities hall where we'll be able to celebrate our birthdays in our community, quinceañeras, and have activities for the community, and a commercial kitchen, a culinary program, commercial kitchen where we'll be able to have cooking classes, and
nothing like cultural foods.
Well, we're very connected to cultural food and spicy food, but by the same token, we need to help our community eat healthier, nutritious, and that's why Goya Foods has been able to sponsor the culinary kitchen.
This is all great. We thank you so much for coming on Community. Gracias.
Muchas gracias y de nada.